Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a terrific day. Y'all, let's make a couple of sweet treat stocking stuffers. Stay tuned. Welcome everyone. I hope that you enjoy this video. I really do appreciate you spending this time with me. And if you are not a subscriber to my channel, I hope that after today's little stocking stuffers, and as you watch more of my videos, I hope that you will consider subscribing to this awesome online crafting family. It's one of the best on YouTube, and that's not just because of me, that's because of the wonderful supporters that I have in this family. So today's projects are going to be super sweet, and I made mine using acetate. But for anyone who has worked with acetate on camera, you know that it can be a little bit difficult to see. So in order to make this easier for you guys to see my project and then to go out and remake the project, I'm going to do it with regular decorative paper. But if you choose to use acetate, and I absolutely love the look that we get from acetate, if you choose to use acetate, the measurements are going to be exactly the same. So here's what we're going to need to make both boxes, and you won't need much. And the beauty of it is, if you've got some scraps, you can use those, because these two pieces that I'm using here, these are actually scraps, and these are scraps. So you're going to need 2 pieces of 4x6. And I'm using 2 different pieces because these are going to be 2 separate boxes. And then you're going to need 2 pieces that measure 5.5 by 5.5. And that is all that we're going to need. So the first box that we're going to make is this super sweet little triangle box. And I have filled mine with mints. And as you can see, I think that there are 5 mints in here. So you can put all types of little goodies in yours. But guys, we're only going to need 1 piece of 4x6 to make this sweet little box. And if you're using acetate, you need a piece of 4x6 acetate. And the way that we do this is we've got this in on the 6-inch side. Let's go ahead and score this at 3. Then I'm going to flip it over because it's going to be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. So when you flip it over and you have it on the 4-inch side, we're simply going to make a mark at the halfway point of the 4 inches. So that's 2. And I'm going to use my pen just to highlight that mark. So you can see my mark there. Then I'll rotate it to the opposite 4-inch side and make another mark at 2. Now, some of you are probably pretty familiar with this particular box, but it's super simple. And for those of you who are new to paper crafting, you will enjoy making this box. So I am going to go ahead and just fold this in half. And now that we have our score mark here and it's folded, so what we're going to be doing, guys, is we're going to take a ruler, place it on this mark, and then we're going to have where we've got our score mark here, and we're basically going to create a triangle. So we're going to place the ruler on that score mark and then place it on the fold mark, and we're going to create a triangle. And we'll do the same thing over here. So we're simply placing it like that. And it won't always be perfect, but just get it as close as you can. And we're going to have that. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite end. So we'll go ahead and just make our series of triangles, and then we'll go back and do the necessary scoring. So I'm placing that on my mark, sliding that in. Like I said, it won't always be perfect, but it'll be close. So you can see that I've got my diagram on here. So all we're doing is triangle, 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 And that's all that we need to do in terms of marking this. Now, I don't normally make these marks when I'm doing mine, but I wanted to make sure that you guys who haven't done this before saw exactly what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take my ruler, place it on my mark, and then just make a score. And we'll go around this whole piece here, and we're going to make a score wherever we've got our mark. And when I'm done, for those of you who've never done it before, you're going to say, man, was that easy? And here's our last one. So once we have all of our scores down, all we need to do now is fold those scores in just like this. And now we have this. So all we're going to do is close it like that. And there you can see we've got this gorgeous little triangle. But we want to add some holes to the side. And I'm going to use my paper piercer just to get started on making my holes. So I am going to hold these two together. And then right here where the crisscross is, I am just going to take my paper piercer and try not to go through my finger. And then I'm just going to punch through the two pieces of paper. And I'm going to come back with my hole punch and punch again, but I just wanted to get it lined up. Then I'll do the same thing on this side. I am just going to fold those two together. I'm going to move these two out of the way. And then when we have them crossing, again, I'll just use my piercer, trying to keep my finger out of the way, and punch. So now I have a guide of where I want to punch my holes. And the reason why I did it like that is because my hole punch, I'm using this one, and it's too large to fit down inside of my two pieces when they are like this. But you do have hole punches out there that will actually fit when you have it folded. So for this one, I am going to use my We Are Memory Keepers multi-hole punch. And for this hole punch, I can't even remember where I got it. I got it when it first came out. And guys, I absolutely love it because you can punch some really nice size holes. So I have this set on my 3/16, and I am just going to take this, punch a hole, and I'll be punching a hole every place where I have pierced through. And then once all of your holes are punched, guys, that's it. Now we just need to take some of our candy. And again, I'm just going to stick with my mints. And you can place as many mints or as much candy or whatever little goodies you're placing in here. If you can get them to fit, you know, put them in. So when you get them in, you're just going to squeeze it together so that the holes will line up. That's your whole goal. So just make sure that when you put it together, you have the two flaps going in the same direction. So all we need to do, guys, is take our ribbon, put the ribbon through the first series of holes, pull it through just like that, and then I'm going to take my ribbon and feed it through the inside of the opposite side of this. So I have these two over here already folded, and I am going to take that ribbon and put it through the inside piece like that. And then I can fold that inside piece in, and then I can take my outside piece and I can take my ribbon through that. So once I have it like this, I'm going to feed the ribbon through the outer piece and then wrap it over, and then just pull it over just like that. And now we have our closure. Now, wasn't that easy peasy? And isn't this super, super cute? This is great for a stocking stuffer, but it's great as a party favor in general. So whatever it is you're celebrating, this is perfect to use as a favor for that. So when we're able to have baby showers and bridal showers again, this is perfect for that. So now that I have that tied, you can see how cute that is. I am just going to trim off a little bit of that. And so now we have this sweet little triangle stocking stuffer. So cute. And of course, we want to put something on the front of it. And I think that what I'm going to go with is something very simple. And I am going to go with that little holly jolly sticker. And look at how cute this is. It is so stinking cute, so easy to make, and you can make up bunches of these. So for those of you who are making stocking stuffers or little gifts for the nursing homes or work or the postal workers, anyone that you're trying to recognize with some appreciation and you need something quick, this is your project right here because it only takes minutes. So here it is in the acetate version. Here it is in the decorative cardstock version. They are both super, super cute. And so now, my lovelies, we need to make this sweet little box. So easy. It's going to blow you away. So what you're going to need your piece that measures 4 by 6 and then 2 pieces that measure 5.5 by 5.5. All right, guys, so on the 6-inch side, we are going to score at 1 3/8, at 2 3/4, at 4 1/8, and at 5.5. And then we're going to go ahead and score the lids. So I want the green side to be the outside. So I am going to score this 5.5 by 5.5 inch piece at 1 and at 2 on all 4 sides. And we will be scoring both pieces at 1 and at 2 on all 4 sides. And I'll go ahead and score this one as well. And like I said, this is the perfect project for using your scraps or pieces that you might have cut wrong. It's perfect for that. And this is actually a piece that I was using on another project that I cut wrong. So I was able to get my 2 5.5 by 5.5 inch pieces from it. Okay, so now that we have all of our scoring done, let's just fold and burnish all of these score marks. And I'm going to go ahead and fold and burnish these as well. And I am making sure, guys, that I do some very crisp folds on these because this is a thicker paper that I'm using. And so I want to make sure that I have a good score on these. Okay, guys, so once we have all of our scores folded and burnished, we are going to go ahead and remove the 3 corner pieces on. We're going to go ahead and remove the 3 corner pieces on our 5 by 5 inch piece. So all I'm going to do is the first thing I'll do is I am going to go up to my second score mark and drag straight down so that I can free this up from this. And then I can go over and I'll angle in, and then I will cut straight out, and that's going to help me get rid of 2 pieces. And then I'll go right above the score mark and cut out the 3rd piece. Now I can angle this piece so that I can have a smaller tab, and then I'll do the same thing all the way around. So I am going to go up to the 2nd score mark, drag straight down to free up my tab, Then I can angle in and I'll remove that piece. And then I will remove that piece. And that's all we do. And we're about to remove that final one. So I'm going up to the second score mark, dragging down. I'll angle in, go over to that score mark, angle in, and then I'll angle there and remove that piece. So this is what you're going to have when you have all pieces removed. And now I'm going to come back and I am just going to make sure that all of my outer flaps, the larger outer flaps, have a little angle to them, because that'll make putting my box together a whole lot simpler. So I am just going around, and wherever it looks straight, I'm just angling it a little bit, not a lot. Okay, so now we're ready to put it together. So I am going to take my flaps, add my glue, and then I'll take this piece and I am just going to match it the way we would ordinarily put our boxes together. This is small, but it's still a box. So we're just going to go ahead and put all of our tabs together to make this little box. So I'll move that one out of the way. Going to add my glue, and I'll do the same thing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold those in. And then I'll just get these stuck, making sure that I have nice, tight corners. And then I'll go on the inside with my bone folder and make sure everything is stuck. So all we need to do is fold these back. We're going to add some glue on all 4 outer flaps, and then we're just going to fold them in just like this. And now I can come around with my bone folder just to make sure that everything is nice and stuck. And it's as simple as that. So here's what we're going to do. We are not going to glue this together. We're simply going to take our box and we're going to put it together just like that. And we're going to put it down inside of the base. Before we do that, I am going to take just a little bit of glue, put it on the inside of my base, and I'll take my box and I'm going to put it on the inside. Now, if you want to glue yours together, you can. I'm not, because it's just a little stocking stuffer. So once we have it like this, all I'm going to do is take a little dab of glue right there and close it. Now I can fill it with my candy, whatever candies you want to put in it. And then I can put my lid on, and you can see that I have this sweet little stocking stuffer that I just need to add a little decorative touch to. So I'm going to use these little bows that I get from the Dollar Tree. Then I'm going to add just a couple of glue dots to the back. You can put these down with hot glue if you want. I am just using a couple of my little glue dots because they will hold it. And then I'm just going to take this, and I think I'm going to put it off to the side, just like that. And then I am going to find just a sweet little sticker. And I like this one that says Merry Christmas. I am going to take a piece of my leftover scrap, place that Merry Christmas down, and then I'm just going to trim this out. And we are almost done. So I'll use this and just kind of round my corners to follow the shape of this little sticker. And so now we have our little Merry Christmas that we can tuck in right there. I am going to add just a little bit of glue to this. take it and tuck it just like that. And now we have our second easy peasy little stocking stuffer. And here is the one that I did in acetate. Here is the one that I did in decorative paper. So super simple to make. Like I said, if you need bunches of these, you can whip these up in no time, and you can have so many stocking stuffers for anyone that you might need a quick little gift for. And as always, guys, any season, any reason, any gender, because it is as easy as changing the paper and the embellishments. And then you have an all occasion little gift that you can use for any reason. So I'm bringing the triangles back in because they are super, super cute. And we have our 4" by 1 3/8 by 1 3/8 little boxes that we are now able to drop down inside of a stocking. And one thing that I would do, since this has candy in it, and you might even choose to sell it at your craft fair, I would make sure that I take some low-tack clear tape and just tape it down so that it cannot be opened, because the top is meant to just be popped off, and you wouldn't want someone who isn't supposed to be opening this. So guys, I hope that you have liked these super sweet little stocking stuffers. Super sweet, super simple, super cute. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys, please be safe. As always, be kind. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.